Today I'm on a cruise ship that is older than I am. Often called America's worst cruise, or even the world's worst. You might have heard about its notorious fame. Advertised at $49 per person, this was an unquestionable opportunity to investigate. I'll take you through the catch, the ship, the food, and the journey, all while weighing positives and negatives to uncover if this really is a voyage better left unexplored or a budget-friendly hidden gem. I'm here at Port of Palm Beach, located around 80 miles north of the usual Miami. And right around the corner in the distance was today's cruise ship. I was able to get a good look even from some distance as there weren't any other ships or buildings around. In fact, Margaritaville at sea is the only cruise line that departs from this port. Big difference from my previous cruise where only the tip of the ship was visible from outside. Luggage drop-off was a breeze. In fact, from the drop-off, the security and check-in took exactly 10 minutes. After they manually scanned my passport, I was given my key card. This manual scanning will come back to bite me later, but there was nothing I could have done about it at the moment. From the empty waiting area past the onboard sales desk, I got a glimpse of some mega yachts before boarding the ship without any delay. I was greeted on board by a giant slipper and an equally giant parrot. Unfortunately, the parrot couldn't speak the human language, so it just waved its wings. On my way to brunch, I got to enjoy a thrilling attraction, aka the elevator whose door wouldn't fully close. Here at the entrance of the buffet, they had their fine dining experience menu on display. I'll check it out later. But for now, let's check out our buffet. Here we got endless hot dogs, mini dogs, and chili, along with some steak, pork, and chicken. Unfortunately, the buffet comes with an obstructed view, but that won't stop me from enjoying my meal. Everything was at least decent, while some dishes were outstanding. After eating, I discovered there was an outside space to the back where a beautiful industrial view of the port came in included. They also have cheeseburgers. Oh man. Like all cruises, there's free ice cream, though yeah, perhaps it needs some time to wake up. Soon came the all clear announcement and I made my way to my stateroom. Let's check it out. Ta-da! It is an inside room. There's no balcony, there's no window. This ship was built in 1991. Back in those days, balcony rooms were rare, a stark difference from modern ships where balcony rooms are the majority. One thing that stuck out was the huge TV, putting Norwegian to a shame. Another thing that also stuck out was the bunk bed, literally. I just hope it doesn't collapse while sailing. Also, I don't know if you noticed, but oh boy. It's finally gone. While it was quiet at times, most of the time it wasn't. No matter what I tried. The restroom had the biggest step up I've ever seen. Interesting. But the restroom was much more spacious than I feared. It had all the basic necessities and great water pressure, but I wasn't so sure about the sewage design. I definitely would not want to be on a lengthy cruise. Some designs were questionable, while some were clever and well maintained for a ship approaching mid-30s. Of course, if you look hard enough in the corners, you will find some unpleasant signs. In addition, some furniture wasn't holding up well against the test of time. But worry not, because I am here to save the day. There we go. Thank me later. Here, like most older ships, life vests were provided in the room, and I'm happy to report they are in good condition. Later that day, once I finished my water, I gave the ship's tap water some tasting test. It wasn't bad, but I ended up buying a bottle. The desk area was pretty standard. One thing I noticed though was there's one US outlet but two European outlets. Luckily, USB outlets were there to make up for it. The king bed was very spacious. You might spot an eyebrow or two though if you look hard enough. But it was overall very well kept, tidy room. So was this room really $49 per person? Well, Margaritaville is one of last cruise lines that still doesn't disclose mandatory fees until the final checkout page, which brought my total to $160. Alright, there can't be any more mandatory fees, right? Well, for now, let's just enjoy the vacation. I'm currently on deck 12, the banana wind deck, overlooking the main pool. Free margarita is a term you will hear over and over on this cruise. Freshly crafted margaritas are handed out to those showing off their moves and participating in various events. And it's not just party-loving youngsters. Haha. But they won't be getting any free margaritas. You might also find an elderly grandpa with his wife and their now grown son showing off his moves and making memories.
3, 2, 1. Make some noise for your entertainment team. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, if you know this one, sing it out now.
Throughout the cruise, you'll hear Jimmy Buffett's music, though I'm pretty sure even the entertainment team wasn't around when these songs first came out. Soon enough, we were on our way out to the ocean, passing by rows of super expensive luxury houses with its own private pier. I had been anticipating for my favorite moment of the cruise, watching the pilot ship as our pilot jumps off of our ship. However, unlike my previous cruise, I was extremely disappointed as the view was completely obstructed. There are only 10 rooms that have this capability, and even then, the chance is 50-50. Well, let's move on to my second most anticipated moment, the dinner. I'm here at JWB Steakhouse for Fee Specialty Restaurant, where the old, very old, and new come together to create a beautiful dining venue. I could tell they updated some of their furniture pretty recently. Here I had the best dinner rolls ever. Whole basket of them. I also had my first edible straw, which was like a candy. But after my Caesar salad, I thought this doesn't feel so fine. See the difference? I thought fine dining was supposed to come with white tablecloth. Impossible. Jokes aside, what really matters is how delicious this gorgeous looking medium rare steak is, right? And that's where it really wasn't so fine. The color alone may or may not be enough to say so, but the steak just felt off and cold inside. To make things even more interesting, my steak somehow managed to range from rare to well done, all in one piece. Still, I ate most of it because, well, I paid so much for it. The dessert was good, but overall it felt like money wasted, especially because the buffet offered great selections including my favorite entree, chicken parmesan. My after-meal walk was peaceful, weirdly too peaceful. Like, where's everyone? Back in my room, the noise level was getting out of control. If I want to turn it off, The guest service said they'll send someone to take a look, so I spent the next 40 minutes in my room talking to my camera before eventually deciding to visit the guest service in person. And just as I was leaving my room, they came by and guess what? Remember I said it gets quiet at times? Technicians said this noise level is normal for an inside room and slight variance in noise level is also normal. Well, and now... They had a huge list of room numbers in their hand, and not wanting to wait another 40 minutes, I just escaped my room to attend various entertainment. Here, passionate crew members were eagerly providing the time of our lives. Here, don't just take my word for it. Here's a quote of what I heard from earlier.
Mia, this is the best vacation I've ever had in my life.
Though many things weren't up to par, the enthusiasm and happiness among guests and crew really made up for it. So, First night impressions. Sure, it shows signs of age here and there, but I wouldn't call the ship horrible. Now tomorrow, I'm gonna do a thorough deck tour, so we'll see. Alright, and now, good night. During my noisy but surprisingly deep sleep, we arrived in Freeport, Bahamas, which didn't have the prettiest first impression. I mean, the water was still beautifully blue, but yeah. There in the distance was Carnival's Dream. On their side, there were some buildings and some crowd. On our side, interesting. We'll take a look, but we can't explore on an empty stomach, right? Here at the buffet were usual breakfast items along with an array of toast options as well as custom made-to-order omelets. Today I discovered that not every window has obstructed view, but decided to sit outside, where some hungry seagulls and pigeons were boarding our ship to plunder. I mean, I couldn't resist going for a round too, so I wouldn't blame them. Alright, let me show you around the ship. I'm walking up to deck 14, adults only Hemisphere nightclub, the ship's highest vantage point providing 360 surround view. Here you will find some activities available for a fee. Climbing down and through the door on deck 12 is a balcony that serves as a great viewpoint. Around the corner towards the front, there's a pickleball court and a narrow hidden viewpoint. I say narrow and hidden because, ouch. Once inside though, there is more room, but you'll still be behind the window unless you are like 6'10". Past the jogging tracks loungers, there's adults only pool area and 12-volt bar. This side was much quieter throughout the voyage. However, what caught my eye for now was emergency lifeboat, specifically their condition, showing signs of age as well as damage. But worry not, as the crew regularly performs drills to make sure they are in order. It seems they're in the middle of a rescue mission today. Yay! I thought the drill was over and I almost missed the highlight. Oh no! I know it's a dummy, but that was just too funny. Anyhow, worry not, dummy. You are in good hands. Oh, uh-oh. I think he's done. Alright, let's continue exploring the ship. Past the pool are 2 hot tubs, though one was under maintenance throughout both days. The crew was really hard at work across all areas of the ship. Like, wherever you go, anything that can be polished or maintained would be under their care. However, many of permanent fixtures were definitely giving in. Past the small play area, yoo-hoo! I went to check out the public restroom and the shower by the pool, which was in good condition. Unless, of course, you are a curious YouTuber who just had to look in between walls. Yeah. At the very forward is a spa, salon, and a fitness center featuring ocean views. You'll find the ship's only 10 balcony rooms here on deck 10, along with the main buffet. Ooh, looks like they're getting ready for lunch now. Towards the back is 5 o'clock somewhere bar and grill serving cheeseburger. Here at deck 9 was Keys on the Water piano bar, ship's sort of like sightseeing lounge which was completely empty. Ship's casino is also located on 9. Unfortunately, there's no outside promenade. This is probably what's behind those doors. Here at the casino, crew members were also hard at work. Along with tables, you will find coin pushers and the stupid key machine. At the midship is a large sitting area with numerous gift shops, merch shops, and the usual duty-free shopping. Here, some furniture was starting to show slight signs of age, but I could tell they continue to invest where they can, as some board games were brand new with their original wrappers still intact. This is another venue for a fee, the pizzeria, which is open till 3 AM should you need some late night snacks. I was delighted to see gelatos being sold at the coffee shop, And at foremost location, you will find the ship's theater. Here are ship's rather unconventional sculptures that scared off a few kids. Moving down, here at deck 8 is the Euphoria Lounge where Jimmy Buffett's concert is projected 24/7. In this neatly put but completely empty lounge. Once again, where's everyone? Here again, slight wear and tear was visible on furniture, while more permanent damage was visible on fixtures. You can find Finn's complimentary main dining room on the starboard side and the steakhouse on port side. Decks 7 and below are stateroom decks, with deck 5 hosting the guest services and the giant slipper. Alright, let's head on out to the gangway onto the land. Here at Freeport was unfortunately not the greatest picturesque moment due to these high-rise fences and narrow terminal path. But as always, getting off the ship is a great opportunity to fully examine the overwhelming size of the ship, regardless of your interest in any excursions. Since the port was not at all a walkable port, I just walked around the vicinity here. Across the building, I noticed few other passengers and followed suit. The sound of waves was pleasing as usual, but the sights were very different than the usual. Do note, swimming is prohibited due to currents and, sharks? I just dipped my hand to get a feeling and resorted to sightseeing. Walking over to the building, I discovered this was a sushi restaurant. I was craving cheeseburgers, so I said next time, but little did I know I really missed out big time. So back on the ship, I enjoyed my delicious cheeseburger along with fried fish and fried chicken. Then I sat down in loungers enjoying the weather till it was hot enough to enjoy some gelatos. As I watched over a cargo ship, more opportunities for free margaritas were happening. That was head massage with sunscreens, by the way. As the sun started to set, I desperately started searching for sharks. That's right, another passenger told me that you can feed sharks at that restaurant I passed by earlier. So that's what nearby shark feeding meant. Next time it is then. Soon, it was time. Carnival's Dream was first to go, and we followed suit shortly after. Oddly and luckily, we were doing a full 360-degree turn to leave the port, which I found amusing. After departure, I made my way to Finn's, where a beautifully decorated dining venue was mostly being wasted as they were directing all guests toward this T intersection where other guests and crews were constantly passing by. I once again enjoyed my edible straw and a dinner roll. No basket here. Seafood gumbo was well presented and delicious, and so was the lemon-crusted salmon. I finished off with baked Florida ice cream cake and a straw for dessert. As we stopped into the night, yes, because Freeport is so close, we spent some time stopped. By the way, let me know in the comments if anybody knows what these tapes on their door mean. I enjoyed my quiet time on loungers, wasted a few dollars on these stupid key machines, performed a bit of ritual, and watched other passengers play bingo and raffles. That's the most crowd I've ever seen today. Day 2 also provided various kinds of entertainment. After enjoying some late night snack from the buffet, and as I debated whether I want more gelato,
You walk away with one free margarita.
more margaritas were still being handed out. But it is now time for the ultimate question. Looking through the statement, I discovered fuel supplement charge. Yes, I knew this was going to be more than $49. I knew there should be some sort of service charge, but this $15 per person per day was just out of the blue ridiculous. For $5 more a day, I could take Norwegian Joy for a 3-day cruise, and that would even cover a specialty dinner. Just for the record, I confirmed that the service charge and fuel supplement are both mandatory fees. And so add on the steak dinner and cash gambling, my total came out to $304. Interestingly, this fuel supplement is not collected on their other ship. It's like they're confessing this ship is so old and inefficient that they can't run it without our supplement. Well, overnight we sailed back to West Palm Beach, and this time, like a seasoned, second-time cruiser, I had my breakfast before disembarking. Well, at least I attempted to disembark. I, along with most other passengers with US passport, were in line for an hour and 20 minutes, to a point that gangway was getting way too hot and we were led into the building for our safety. Remember the manual scanning? Though CBP lists West Palm Beach as a biometrics-enabled port where facial recognition can get you through customs in matter of seconds, Margaritaville wasn't up to date with that. But good news for you guys, they're finally investing in face scanners starting 2025. So after an hour and 20 minutes of waiting and about 16 seconds of interaction with the customs officer, I was finally free. Though I do not see myself coming all the way from Virginia to go on this cruise again, I think it does have its charm for locals seeking a short 2-day getaway. Theoretically, you can sail Saturday, Sunday, and get to work the Monday morning without even taking any time off. But I am sort of torn on whether this was a positive or negative experience. Hope you enjoyed the video, and please like and subscribe. Thank you.